this government, this Tory government, well, they don't give diddly squat about you. Just a couple of weeks ago, little old Richie Sunak, he stood there. He told us all that they won't tolerate this abuse of our MPs. Yeah, okay. But as far as you're concerned, you could be murdered in the street and they don't give diddly squat. In some cases, it's even by the flippin' police. Bastards. Anyway, it's true, yeah. The UK government has formally accused China. Oh, China, what's that got to do with what he's talking about? Well, of being behind what they called malicious cyber campaigns against MPs. You see, they only act when something's attacking them. I've been getting cyber attacks on my websites for flippin' donkey's years, and I have to put, well, software to stop that from happening, you see. I have to do it. I have to protect myself. Why can't they protect themselves? Anyway, they're sanctioning China, and that's going to affect everybody, it is, yeah. So, yes, they're formally accused China of being behind what's called malicious cyber campaigns against MPs and the Electoral Commission. They're going to use this as someone saying, oh, well, we won the vote, the general election. So they're going to say they're going to do Donald Trump. Yeah, they're going to blame Dominion. I don't know if they supply the the voting machines in the UK, but you know, might be another lawsuit there, maybe. Well, Deputy Prime Minister and Chief Sniffer Oliver Dowden said that they were behind attempts to access details of MPs critical of Beijing, as well as the data of potentially 40 million voters. Now, Chinese embassy in the UK says these are completely unfounded claims and amounting to malicious slander. But obviously they're okay with everybody else being attacked by China. Two Chinese nationals sanctioned by the UK are Zoa Guanzong, I don't know how you pronounce that, and Nai Goban Gong. Anyway, and then a company in Wuhan, oh crikey, it was a science technology company, said by the British government to work for the Chinese state-affiliated cyber espionage group, Advanced Persistent Threat Group 31 APT31. The UK sanctions will freeze assets barring UK citizens and businesses from handling their funds or resources. A travel ban will also prevent them from entering or remaining in the United Kingdom. The UK will not tolerate malicious cyber activity, Mr. Dowden said. It is an absolute priority for the UK government to protect our democratic system and values. But the Chinese ambassador has kicked off, yeah, and is being called in. He's not happy, yeah. He's going to be held to account, apparently, held to account for China's conduct in these incidents. Mr. Dowden. But it's worrying all those sort of companies as well. What about TikTok? The United States have just, put pressure on the TikTok to say to them, well, for the next 6 months, you've either got to sell your American version of TikTok, I suppose. It's owned by ByteDance, Chinese company. That probably sells all your detailed stuff. Well, actually, no, the Chinese government probably just dips in whenever they want to your data. But I have to also say to myself, as an individual, if, for instance, China had my data, why am I worried? Why would I care if China has my data? What can China do to me, as it stands? I should be more worried about this flipping government having my data. They can come knocking on my door and take all my belongings, you see? We should be more worried about what's going on in Westminster than we are what's going on in China in many ways. What say you? Please leave in the comments down below. I think the world's gone mad. Toodaloo.